Excuse me, is anybody sitting here? Sorry, this seat's taken. Sorry.
Probably the earliest and the most randomest nerd moment I have memory of Joey is we were at a bar once, and I think it was Dave Miranda, if not him, one of his brothers. He walks up to him randomly, goes, "Joey, Rasen got me," and Joey goes on his hand, and he just walks away. That was the whole interaction. Part
Had have been 21-year-old Joey just ready for anything, and Rasengan was fresh in my mind.
Rasengan's probably the dopest moves. On the podcast today, we got two guests coming on the podcast. One for the first time. I'm going to introduce you in just a minute, but for returning to the podcast, I think you haven't been on since Guardians of the Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or was it the Marvels?
It was good. Wasn't it the same thing?
No. When was Marvels? Is it this year?
You got it, boss.
I don't know. One of the superheroes. But it's been a minute since you've been on. Mr. Joey Rivera coming back on the podcast. You've been busy being a dad. You haven't been seeing a whole lot of movies.
Yep.
One thing you have been doing, though, is just like rewatching a lot of animes, checking out new animes. Are usually my go-to anime people are you and our barber, DB. Shout out, David.
Yes, sir.
But for this week's episode, it's going to be a special episode. First-time guest on here, Mr. Tony, TikTok creator. Thank you so much, Tony, for coming on. I'm having a blast with you here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm actually really happy to be doing my first podcast, and it's gonna be an actual anime episode, so it's good.
Anime, you know, like I said in the beginning of the year, this podcast is mostly about movie reviews. But there are, you know, especially with the whole strike thing that happened last year, the first couple of months are a little bit slow. There are going to be a handful of filler episodes. I think I did an episode on Grand Theft Auto, you know, just random episodes. But anime has been something on my mind for a while that I've been wanting to do, and I for sure knew I was going to have Joey on for that because he's like
show off the tab,
big
boss.
What's that?
Show off the tab.
Oh yeah, I do have an anime tattoo. I don't know if you've seen that.
Nice.
My
Plus
Hero
Ultra.
Academia plus Ultra.
Yeah.
Joey has a handful of tattoos that he's hiding up for some reason right now. Do you have any?
Wear my favorite anime hoodie. This is my favorite.
Do you have any tattoos, anime?
Yeah, so the two I have are, one I have Naruto right here.
Oh,
on my
hell
right
yeah.
Bicep. And then I have Mikey from Tokyo Revengers on this.
That's one of his favorites, isn't it?
Yeah,
He tried
like
getting me
Tokyo
into it. I
Revengers?
couldn't get in.
I loved
could
it.
not-
Oh, it's probably one of my
That's a
favorite.
time
right
travel one, right?
now. Yeah,
I do not like that idea. I don't like that idea.
I like it. I love it, man. It's one that I'm keeping up with constantly.
Because it's one of the
good.
ones like you change something and it affects everything in the past. I don't like that. There's too many rules with time travel and stuff like that. That's why I never got into it. But me and him have been talking about Naruto matching tattoos for years, and we can never really either decide on it. And I don't know.
I feel like matching anime tattoos are hard though. I mean, you can't. There's never like a good number. So there's a group of 5 of us.
Yeah.
And me and my buddies. We can't decide on what we want. We all love Avatar, but we can't get the elements because too many people like fire, too many people like water. No one wants air.
I think the one we claimed closest to was like the most basic one. It was just like the circle and the moon from Naruto.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
gonna
like
do
we
it
thought
on
about
our
doing
hand.
our own hands too, but then we were like, I don't know.
I would. I'm a lot more tatted up than him.
He's way more Sasuke guy than Naruto. I really wanted him to get like the curse mark on his shoulder.
That'd be pretty dope.
I think that'd be pretty badass.
See,
I'm not a fan.
yeah, so I like those, but those are also like, I feel basic.
Exactly.
Those are the basic bitch Naruto anime ones that you get.
It's such a large area too. It's like
Yeah.
your entire arm, and it's just like random blotches. I'm like, I would never do that.
I skipped over your
I'm like Deidara. My body's my art. You know.
Yeah.
I skipped over your sweater though. It's a Dragon Ball Z tattoo, right? Not tattoo, sweater, right?
Yeah. It's the god of destruction.
Check it.
Nice.
Beerus.
I think Megan get that to you, right?
Is that from Primitive?
Yeah.
That's all I have is Primitive stuff. Is
It's
because
such a popular brand, and I've never seen anybody else with this yet.
honestly, it's a good quality brand too that you get compared to like a basic something that you get from like Hot Topic or like Box Lunch.
I got the flashy Hashira hoodie. I got the Naruto Shippuden one. I got the Broly one. This one. So they've got hundreds of my dollars
Yeah.
for sure.
So you know we're gonna be talking about all anime this whole episode, but I want to get into a little bit before that how I found you, Tony. You know, I mentioned Joey's wife is friends with your wife, and then she mentioned you have TikTok that you make your own. And I checked out your TikTok, and it's almost everything I wish I could make mine into. Like you're just doing skits. All you're doing is recommending stuff. Like you just seem comfortable in front of the camera, which I'm jealous. I've been doing this, like I said, for 2 years, and I still hate seeing myself on camera.
It's hard.
What made you do that? Like, what made you just open up a camera? And
So obviously, I feel like this happened with everyone. When COVID hit, you're inside, you can't do anything. Might as well make some skits. One of my biggest improvements I've done is I've started writing in this book. So in the beginning of the year, I wrote all my ideas down. At the end of the month, I'll go look at what did well, what did bad, and then I'll just repeat. But But as far as like anime skits, I think the ones that do the most and like get the most views and stuff like that is when I include my wife or friends in it.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah, because the one I posted maybe a week or two ago, I got like 75,000 views, a couple thousand likes, and it was just because I wrote my buddy Noah's name, and then all the comments, like the top 10 comments, were like, "Oh, my name's Noah. Oh, my name's Noah." So it's just little things like that, and it had nothing to do with the video. Them just saying my name's Noah, but it's that engagement that I get.
Rob, can I do it now?
I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah.
So, speaking of your TikTok page, I was telling Rob about it, and it's kind of like how the dialogue started. One of them that I was really interested in was your Super Bowl list,
Okay.
your starting offense. And I wrote them all down, and immediately I told Megan, my wife, I'm like, I can make a better list than that. So I did. So for those that are not following Mustache Gaming, right?
Yes.
Mustache Gaming on TikTok. His starting offense, we did this around the Super Bowl area. So his starting offense for anime characters would be Yami from Black Clover as his left tackle.
That's it's an easy pick. I feel like obvious
he's a
pick. I
beast.
thought.
So I could go into a deep breakdown, but Rob told me I'm short on time. So I think he just did the coolest, strongest characters. I'm like, all right, but that doesn't fit for me. I got a whole scheme and everything. So Yami from Black Clover, Alex Armstrong, one of the OGs.
Sorry, this is your list or his list?
This is his.
Okay.
From Full Metal Brotherhood. Broly from Dragon Ball is his center. All Might is his right guard. And Guts from Berserk is his right tackle.
Yep.
Tenya Ida from My Hero is his tight end. Rob knows nothing about football, by the way. Nothing.
No, that's why I picked movies to talk about.
Fullback Saitama. I thought that one was interesting because who does fullbacks anymore?
Yeah.
The Ravens and 49ers. Deku's his running back. He's going to get hit in the mouth one time and just cry.
Start crying the whole time.
Luffy's his wide receiver 1. Okay, we can all see that.
Yeah, 'cause he stretches his arms out, yeah.
I was perplexed by wide receiver 2, though, Captain Levi. I'm like, he is quick, but he's tiny, and he doesn't have any real powers. Like, what is he going to use his ODM gear on?
Yeah, so that's what I thought about, and I figured people would pick like, oh, like this character is bigger. Yeah, but Levi can just hop on them, right? So you can pick a huge character, and that like they said, oh man, I can't remember his name from My Hero Academia, the Giga Manta or whatever, the big giant guy. They're like, oh yeah, why put that guy on?
Gigantomachia.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well Levi would just body him.
Yeah. That wouldn't work. And then his quarterback is Goku. And again, I'm like, midget. What's Goku gonna do? He's competitive, but he's only interested in fighting. That's like his
who
life.
I think would be a good quarterback? Is Neji.
Neji?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Him or even Rock Lee would be too. No, Rock Lee's not a quarterback.
Neji would actually be good because he has the 360 vision, so he ain't gonna get sacked from behind. I feel.
So,
I mean, real quick before you go on, obviously people are listening. Like, this is the biggest nerd episode because we're listening. Like, you just list like 18 different animes right now. Like, this is really for the anime audience.
and then for you did an offensive coordinator. Did you say Light?
I think so.
I think it was Light, and then Captain Irvin.
Yeah.
Was your head coach? Like one of the.
Yeah, it was either or. It was
Light's a really good pick.
Yeah, of course. He's just freaking genius. And then I wanted Irvin. I was going to do him. Everybody loves him. I listen to his anime speech at the gym like every single time.
That's my warm up when I'm drinking my
has to be.
when I'm drinking my pre-workout.
So I made a defense to combat that,
Okay.
and I made my own offense. But I don't think we had enough time. I'll save the defense for afterwards. But my starting offense would be, I'm surprised you left this guy off, Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh man.
Left tackle. He's this.
Yeah, but if you got a night game,
Lion City of Pride, he's not going to let his quarterback get touched.
Forgot all about that anime.
Not even going to get touched. I had to do Armstrong as well. He's just
Armstrong,
bound freak. Also, was going to protect everybody on his team. Fat Gum would be my center.
That is a
for
good
my
one.
Hero.
That's a good one.
he's
That's
gonna
a
absorb
great
everything. Yeah.
Then Topo from Dragon Ball would be my right guard. He's I don't know if you ever made it that far. He's from Dragon Ball Super. He's big guy, also going to be a god of destruction. So just a powerhouse. All Might would be my right tackle. Okay. I want that Jason Kelsey star power, just so everybody wants to watch my team, tune in. He's going to be my right tackle. Just got everything you need. He could be that Lane Johnson too. My tight end, Piccolo.
That's a good one.
That's an odd pick, but okay.
It's not odd. I think it makes sense.
And he can stretch just as much as Luffy.
Yeah.
He's got super strength, super speed, everything.
Yeah, that's a solid list.
I'm going to do a spread offense. It's not going to be a fullback like yours. Running back, Gojo Satoru. Infinity. That's all you need. He's the strongest in his verse. He's got super speed as well, and you literally can't touch him. You cannot touch him. You get the
Gojo's a
ball,
really good
that's a
pick.
touchdown.
Yeah.
So wide receiver 1, Obito Uchiha.
Yeah.
Catch the ball,
Yep.
phasing through everything. Can't catch him either. Wide receiver 2.
At that point, you have Minato on there too. I feel like that.
Wide receiver 2, Naruto. Same thing, super speed.
I would probably pick Minato over Naruto.
He's never
That
gonna
would be
give
a
up.
good pick too.
I thought about it. I did think about it, but he's got just as much speed as him, and he's got the
Nine tail.
Kurama chakra hands too. He can catch everything. He's
Okay,
got
at that point,
radius.
which Naruto are you talking about then? It was like
We're talking about like
early Shippuden or
early Boruto.
he's got his powers. Wide receiver 3, I think this is going to catch you guys off guard. Isaac Netero, Hunter x Hunter. Do you remember how bad he dogged Killua and Gon?
Yeah.
He was just trying to get the ball.
is that the old man? Yeah.
Old man. You know you got to at least put one old man on your list. They're the strongest in the shows usually.
Yeah,
Every
that is true.
time.
That's so weird about animes too. That like the older man are gonna be the strongest.
And my quarterback, none other than Kakashi.
Yeah,
Kakashi
I could see
Hatake.
that.
With
The Sharingan, he can
I
read that
almost get-
defense.
dissect
Yeah, there
the
you go.
whole defense. He's got his calm demeanor. He's going to be able to evade everybody because he can use the same thing as Obito. That's why he's wide receiver 1. You got that connection with his best friend. I got it all thought out.
All right, I got to make a defense for this later.
Uh huh.
I gotta
I
make a
gotta say,
defense.
like, I mean, even though, like, if they were to swap Kakashi out, I think he would be a good coach at least.
Oh yeah. I thought about it. He's the leader.
Yeah.
Remember how elusive he was just with the bells? That's all you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
And then my offensive coordinator, Shikamaru. I did a lot of Naruto. Shikamaru would be my offensive coordinator, but I need the gutsiness to just go balls out, just like Irvin. So I picked Lelouch.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
So I was between Lelouch and Light is what my picks were because I felt like both of those characters are up there. You know, I mean, you can even throw an L in there and it'd still be good.
In my opinion, Code Geass has the greatest ending.
Code
Out of all
Geass?
anime.
Really?
Yeah. He won. His plan was never foiled. Like, he adjusted to adversity. He did whatever he needed to, and his plan was successful. Aaron had to commit genocide. He didn't.
Tony, I'm not done talking about your TikTok. We're going to go back down a little bit.
Shout
But
out to Mustache Gaming for that
Thank
awesome
you.
topic.
yeah, well, there's going to be another topic too I'm going to bring up a little bit. But before we go any further, I mean, obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, we do have props here today brought by Joey, some of his favorite animes. I do have a couple. Like, I have an All Might and Deku one, but I mean, I didn't bring them right now. I'm mostly, like, he sees my collection. I'm mostly, like, Marvel, superhero stuff collections. He likes anime ones. I think I got you a Boruto for your birthday one year. I got Boruto or something like that. But anyways, talk about what you brought for us today.
So I got one of my prized possessions. I think everybody who knows Dragon Ball knows who he is. This is my Vegito. This is a battle figure. It is not a toy. It's a battle figure.
Probably one of the best like features of Vegito too.
Oh, he's so cool. I love it. I love this. And my beautiful wife, on one of our first dates, stood in line with me for about 3 hours combined just to get the autographs of Sean Schemmel and Chris Sabat. So that was awesome. I got both the autographs of the people that make this character.
And you got some, like, pretty cool pictures of him, too, in it.
Yeah.
He did the voice, in it?
He's the voice of everything.
No, like, in the video with you, in it? Didn't
Yeah,
he
he
do the
did.
voice?
He
That's
did.
pretty
He
awesome.
said go beyond plus ultra with us.
That's all, which is my tattoo.
Yep.
Also, I can pause to this camera. You can talk about this one real quick.
Yep. And that's the same guy. That's Vegeta. Same voice actor.
Oh man, you know what? I kind of wish you brought. It was that Kakashi Obito one that transitions. I don't know if you remember the artist. You could shout him out.
Yep.
But he had a really Kakashi. It was like half Kakashi, half Obito. But like you moved a little bit, and it transforms into one of them.
Yep.
Where did you get that one at?
It was at C2E2.
Okay.
We got that like what? Maybe 8 years ago by now.
Probably.
It's been a while.
Yeah, C2E is coming up again too. If you want to check it out, have you ever been in something like that?
I've been to C2E2 like a couple years ago.
We were probably honestly there at the same time.
Man, I'm going to Anime Midwest this year though.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that something we always wanted to do? The anime one or is it the other
I
one?
was gonna cosplay as Tengen. I told my wife I want to get ripped. I was like, this is my whole diet. I'm not working out for athletics. I'm not working out to look good. I'm working out to cosplay.
Same.
And then she told him, and then he told her
She had
like,
her surgery.
he goes like, yeah, he has 3 wives, and she shut that idea down.
I think she had to have surgery, so then it just made me depressed, and then I fell off the game.
Yeah, but man, I love these conventions that they do. So when I went to Anime Midwest, the first time I went was in 2014, they only had like 5,000 people, right? So now they're at the 16, 17. So it's gonna be a lot larger, which I'm excited to go to. Though.
Do you cosplay?
No, man.
Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, so I might do something similar this year. Not as far as cosplay, but definitely dress up a little bit more. So I don't know if you guys seen Kakashi Crocs came out recently.
No.
Yeah, and I got them, right. So like they released, I got them, and I want to put together like a Kakashi outfit. So I want to get the vest. I want to get like a white shirt, my headband.
I don't know if you feel the same as me, but we're in the same boat where all the coolest people, they don't have facial hair.
Yeah.
You want to?
100%.
Am I going to shave my beard?
100%.
We went last year to C2E2, us and a few of our friends, and I did Luffy, and I'm like, I'm not shaving my beard.
Yeah.
So I did everything else.
You know,
and I left my beard.
Well, you know what he did instead? He cut an X out on his chest out of his chest hair.
I cut my chest hair into an X, and I put abs on there too.
That's pretty funny.
I think he got a handful of compliments on that
It
too.
was fun. It was a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
time.
You mentioned you're one of your earliest TikToks. The one that do better is the ones with your wives. Is your wife into cosplay? Not cosplay, anime too.
So recently she has been.
Yeah.
And again, I think that plays so much well into COVID because we didn't have anything to watch. No TV shows were really like premiering. She started watching Attack on Titan with me, and we actually just finished the dub version. Obviously, I watched the sub version. I finished it like last year.
Can't wait for it.
No, I can't. You absolutely can't. So we finished it last night, and she was like emotional and stuff like that. But yeah, she's watched that. She watched Death Note. I'm really trying to get her into other animes, but there's not like a good medium or transition. Like, how do you go from like Attack on Titan to like, hey, let's go watch something else?
My dad just got into anime. I put him on the Vinland Saga. He's never watched anime.
That's
in his
amazing
life.
show too.
So I put him on the Vinland Saga. But I figured that'd be a good one for him to start. And then I told him, with like, temper your expectations for everything else after this. Only other one I could see him liking is Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So I told him, like, hey,
You think you would like that?
it goes down from here.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, Joey introduced me to anime. It's probably been like since 2019, maybe something like that.
No,
like I think you started out with like Naruto, and then from them we progressed. But like, everyone asks me they want to get into anime, but like they don't know where to start. Two of them I always suggest is Demon Slayer. It's a little bit different, softer at first, and it builds up anticipation. And then the other one you just listed, with Light and L,
Death Note.
Death Note. I feel like that's a pretty good one. That's more like a thinker, the one, like
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people recommend Death Note at first too. But man, it's super hard to get someone started into anime because the stuff I watch is not what my wife would watch, right? She doesn't like those like crazier things that are going there. Like she's not gonna watch The Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime. Like she's not gonna enjoy it. And then you have to, especially for my wife, I don't want to pick something with too much fan service or like, it's just really hard to pick. But she's watched Death Note and she liked it a lot. She has the same feelings as me. She's upset about how it ended.
Let's get into the deep questions. What's your guys' guilty pleasure anime?
Guilty pleasure anime?
The one that I don't like, that I like, or the one that I just keep on going back to?
Just name them both at this point.
I mean,
The one
I
you
think-
don't tell me you watch a lot.
I think everybody's is Naruto. They always rewatch Naruto.
Yeah,
It's just there.
That's not a guilty
You
pleasure.
just got to. I'm saying that's like
Yeah,
guilty pleasure.
that's a
one you
comfort
keep
one.
on going back to.
I feel like
my
I have a good
comfort
one.
You go then. I'm thinking.
All right, so
guilty pleasure.
you might have watched it or in High School Host Club.
I've heard of it.
Oh my god! So it's a short one. It's definitely more aimed for like the female audience, but man, it's one of the animes I started off watching because that's all what was on Netflix, and I've absolutely love it. I'll watch it at least once a month because it's short.
I don't know that one. What's that one about?
It's so so it's about she's not really poor, but she's like middle class. She goes to upper high school, which they're all rich, and they're like, oh, you broke our $1 million vase, now you got to work for it. And like, so she's like, they're like maid there, and they like service women, but like not in like a sexual way, but like a hey, like we're gonna be serving you guys tea, coffee, we're gonna give you guys like, here's the calendar of the month, or something like that. So it's really fun. I like the theme song because it it's so catchy, and it's like very colorful. So that's what gets me too.
I actually told her, that's Riley over there. I told her that it goes into this answer. My guilty pleasure would be My Dress Up Darling.
Oh,
It was so good.
another one, man. That's another absolutely.
Slice of life anime.
So what's that one about?
So there's this guy who his grandfather, his family job,
Yeah.
family trade is creating the little Japanese dolls. I forgot what they're called, but they're Japanese dolls, and through that he learns how to sew. Like he's an expert seamstress or whatever. And there's this girl who likes to cosplay. And he's a nerd.
Yeah.
He's just in his own world. The most popular, beautiful girl in the whole high school recruits him to make her cosplay outfits. And it's just about their
I feel like it's
relationship.
hard to like describe any anime and make it sound appealing to new
No,
people.
absolutely.
But it's so,
hard.
good. It was so
right.
fulfilling. And,
All right, one more question for you
and I
guys.
told Riley, and I was like, hey, you don't like cosplaying, so you got to learn how to sew so you can make my
you can make my
cosplays.
stuff.
I got another question for you. All right, what's just like a mainstream anime that everyone loves that you guys just aren't feeling it?
Ooh.
I mean, for me, I just said, Tokyo Revengers wasn't doing it for me. I tried getting into Spy Family.
You don't like Spy Family?
I mean, I've seen a couple episodes. Nothing. It didn't really keep my attention to watch into it. Keep up with it.
Man,
Mob Psycho.
yeah.
A lot of people like Mob Psycho.
I dropped it after like maybe 4 or 5 episodes.
I
Just
didn't
wasn't
like
my
the
thing.
animation. It wasn't like I didn't follow the story, and it just wasn't for me. Maybe I'll try it again eventually.
You know what actually gets me sometimes?
Yeah.
Which I've watched it through and through. Hunter x Hunter. It's not one for me. I don't know why I don't like it.
I like it. It's just the way that it ended. I didn't like.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't end.
And it
Yeah.
sucks that it's unfinished, right?
Yeah.
And I honestly think the artist is just being stubborn. I mean,
Well,
his wife made Sailor Moon. She can continue it.
After like the third arc, though, it's just like a completely different show, though. Almost, I felt like too. They're fighting bugs. They're fighting bugs. For me, like my overrated one is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I've never watched JoJo's.
I could not get into that.
I
so
tried to
much.
get him to watch it, and he didn't like it. I'm like, all right.
I just the animation I did not like.
People always recommend that for me. I've never watched
It's
it.
very popular. Sailor Moon, it's popular. I never even attempted to watch that one, but I heard good things about that one.
The one that's the most overrated for me, unfortunately, is Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh my goodness!
I think it's cool. I loved the Entertainment District. That was amazing.
The animation carries
called
that.
him. I think I called him after the Tengen fight dropped, and I'm like, Rob, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. People were complaining about the movie showing up in theaters. I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you complain about seeing that in
Do you
theaters?
go to the movies to see the anime movies?
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
we just went too long ago to see the Demon Slayer.
Which one? Oh, the Demon Slayer one.
Yeah, last
So
one.
I feel very iffy about movies because I don't like when movies aren't canon. The Demon Slayer movies have been canon though. So the My Hero Academia movies aren't canon.
That's true.
Naruto movies aren't canon. There's so many that get released.
The Boruto one was, but
Yeah, but
yeah, who's watching Boruto?
I'm not
you know?
watching Boruto. I'm not saying. I tried keeping up with it, and then it just got lost.
Yeah, I went back for like the time travel arc, but that was stupid.
Yeah, it's not. But yeah, I mean, movies in theater aren't bad. But like I said, it's just so. Prime example is One Piece, the movie Red.
So good.
It's so good, not canon, but it is canon to the power scaling, which is weird to think about, right? So everyone's that strong, but it's not. None of the events are true.
Yeah,
That was awesome. I went with some of my coworkers, and we just got a bottle of tequila, drank it there, and then just went in. They weren't expecting the musical.
Amazing.
And I didn't either, but I love music. Like,
Yeah, because you don't expect the music from
I'm a
One Piece
nerd.
and it hits.
I love
music is a
anime
big thing. That's gonna be
openings.
one of our questions later. But yeah, we went to the Demon Slayer. We've seen a handful of like My Hero movies, Demon Slayer. One thing we never got into was like the Boy in the Hair and stuff like that. I never seen any of them.
The Studio Ghibli movies?
Yeah. I know they're fantastic. They have a lot of celebrities voicing them too. But I mean, I tried watching them recently, but they're not really streaming anywhere right now. I think maybe Max eventually they'll be coming to.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I texted you guys both like random topics I want to be talking about too. So I think we just go down a list of what we're going to be talking about. The first couple, I have like the best fight scenes that come to mind at any anime.
So I think it's really hard, right? Because I don't want to keep on like talking about Naruto, but Naruto does has really good fights because there's not many inner monologues. Demon Slayer has that a lot when they're fighting people. Tanjiro's just talking. I'm
Yeah.
like, just throw hands, man.
But Naruto has like a shit ton of flashbacks that piss me off.
Yeah. But so when talking about the flashback that plays really well into the fight, the Obito versus Kakashi fight,
Yeah.
where it's like transitioning between young times when they're fighting as kids and then transitions.
That
to,
was a
like,
pretty badass
That
fight.
was amazing. That's one of my top fights in like all of anime.
It was amazing. I can't wait to watch that with my daughter. Right now, we're working through One Piece together. She gets excited. She's singing Crazy, Crazy Rainbow Star with me.
Who, Lucy?
Yeah, Lucy.
Nice.
We watch it every day on my lunch break.
I like. Go ahead. I'm not skid over you. Go ahead.
The two fights for me that come to my mind are the one that I already mentioned, Demon Slayer, Tengen fight against the upper rank demons.
Yep.
I forgot their names.
Yeah.
They're very hard. And then
They're gone, so they don't matter right now.
Rob doesn't even know. Your wife is ahead of Rob. I've been asking him since it freaking dropped to finish Attack on Titan, and he won't.
That's
That
I'm such a
finale?
movie. I'm watching movies all the time.
That finale, whether you like the ending or not, the fight, everything that happened, that was so.
It is amazing.
When I seen Armin's dub drop of that scene, I seen it on TikTok, and I was like, I texted my coworker because he's an anime fan too. I'm like, did you see the dub drop? Because he doesn't like sub.
Yeah.
And the dub drop. I was so excited because it just sounded so raw. Oh, Rob, you gotta watch it. I'm so pissed at you.
The two fights that come to my mind are both. I mean, obviously there's Naruto. I can go pick out anyone. Probably the best entrance is like the frog one, where fighting against Pain.
Mm-hmm. The pain.
But the ones I think of was My Hero is I think season 2 was he fighting the guy with a big beak or
Overhaul?
yeah, that was a dope fight. And then the one in the movie where him and Kachan both have the one for all power. That was a dope fight.
Ooh, you made me remember. It wasn't Deku versus Overhaul for me. It was Lemillion. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I have I get the Black Bulls emblem on my arm, and I'm gonna have like Minato's kunai. I'm gonna get the Gotank's Kamikaze Ghost on my arm, and another one for sure is gonna be Lemillion's emblem. I loved him. He was so badass.
Yeah. They're just sitting on him. He's gonna be coming back. You know it. He's back. Yeah. But,
Yeah, he came back.
But for like an arc, his own arc, I feel like he's gonna come back with something stronger.
I would eat it up. He's one of my
Speaking
favorites.
of arcs, what do you guys have a specific arc that you guys in a show that you like to? Not just best fight scene, but like overall story for that certain period of time.
I know.
You can go ahead first on this one.
Absolutely Pain. I'm rewatching the dub for the first time because I watched the sub several times. I've introduced Rob to anime with the sub of Naruto, and it was like watching my son enjoy it. I'm just staring.
Yeah,
at
because
him,
I think I
waiting
watched
for everything.
with the original Naruto. We watched the sub. Then once I moved to Shippuden, it's dubbed.
So I'm watching the dub right now. I just finished the Pain fight again, and that was so cool. Pain is just you get so many moments in there. Itachi, it's so cool. And then Marineford for One Piece.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about that, but you know, right? You know.
Amazing arc. I mean, if we're talking about arcs, I mean, you have to have. We just talked about Attack on Titan, the return to Shiganshina. Man, we get first off, so many people are just die, and then we get Urban's speech. It's to me, it's the greatest speech that was given in anime. I mean, I love Gaara's speech when he's talking.
I was just
to
going to reference Gaara's
when he's talking
speech.
to the 5 nations, but man, Urban's speech it gets me hyped, and I'm.
Yep.
Yeah. You just sit on the couch. That's what anime is so fucking crazy for doing. You just chill on your couch. And like I think he was sent me an article once, like it's been proven anime is good for you to work out with, like
Oh yeah, absolutely. My Spotify is anime hype music.
That's good. That's gonna be a lead on our next topic, like best anime intro songs.
It's too many.
There's way too many, but
too many.
shout out
I'll give you
Lisa.
3. Right.
Okay.
So the first one, Naruto Bluebird. All right. So that's when we first get into like Shippuden. Yeah.
Can't
Second
afford to
one,
stop.
Tokyo Revengers, or not Tokyo Revengers, Tokyo Ghoul Unravel.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's a banger. And then of course I have guilty pleasure. So Orin High School Host Club has a banger of an intro. It's like kiss, kiss, fall in love. And it goes off. Man, it's amazing. I love it.
I'm gonna have to start that one just to see the intro.
Just the intro is amazing. If you don't, man, watch 3 episodes. That's all you need.
All right, I'm gonna drop some that Rob. I think 2 of them he don't know. So the first one is obvious. Everybody, it's universal. Silhouette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that one. Silhouette is awesome. There's actually an English version too by Emma Lee. Shout out. Yeah, she's the voice actor of Uta in One Piece Red, and she does a lot of English covers of anime openings. So she's pretty badass. I love her. So Silhouette, Jujutsu Kaisen's special.
That is a good one. I forgot all about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Which one is that one again?
Special. You are my special.
Okay.
When
That
it
is a good
dropped,
The
it
recent
was-
one, yeah.
It was Halloween.
Yep.
It was spooky season in that season. Oh, let me rewind. That arc, that season, Shibuya, Jujutsu Kaisen. Amazing. I loved it. There's
That's another
many-
movie.
Very tragic. Made me upset.
You don't watch that, right?
Jujutsu?
You didn't catch up?
No, like the far as I got is like that movie we went to go see after that.
Yeah.
That is a good one. That was a good movie too.
Zero. Yeah,
That was a
dope
great
movie.
And then
That was a great anime.
It's
movie.
one of my favorite animes right now, period. But I got one more, Rob.
Okay, go ahead.
My last one is taking the world by storm right now. My family, who doesn't watch any anime besides my youngest daughter, middle daughter, Lucy, loves Bling Blong Born.
Bling Bomb Born.
Bling Blong Born.
What anime is that from?
Mashley.
Okay, I know.
Magic
Yeah,
and
I know
Muscles.
exactly which one. I haven't started Mashley.
She'll tell me, can we play the Bling Blong
Yeah.
song? Bling, blong, bling, bling, blong.
Yes, I see that everywhere on TikTok. Oh
She'll
my
tell
God.
me. She knows the dance. She's like, two hands, daddy, 2 hands. My
Yeah,
wife will sing it. Riley will sing it. And they don't watch any anime.
that's the two. I mean, two.
taking the world by storm.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, anime. The intro song sets the tone for the whole fucking season.
So what?
It got me back into the show.
Yeah.
I dropped it.
I want to watch it just for the intro. That's it. So that's the.
Two of them. I mean, two of them. Keep in mind, I'm sticking with My Hero. That's one of my favorite animes. Like the from season 2, the Polaroid song, the blue
Yeah.
Polaroid, and then My Hero Academia. I think the first.
Can you
season.
sing it for us for the
I
people
can't.
that don't know?
I can't. That's the one I listen to at the gym all the time. And then the first season of Demon Slayer.
So I don't know if.
It starts off very slow
Yeah.
and then it gets hard.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen it, but another guilty pleasure of mine of like shows to watch and intros was Sword Art Online.
Yep.
Crossing Fields. That song
she's
is
a goat.
amazing.
Lisa.
Dude, I love season 1 of that, but I hated season 2.
Yeah. When they transition to like Elf Online or something like that.
Yeah, because my thing is like your dumbass is going back in the video game.
Yeah.
I hated that. I couldn't get over that.
It's kind of like the thing that's getting me into slice of life, that there's so
Mm-hmm.
many isekais right now and video games and stuff. Solo leveling is dope.
Solo leveling is
really, really good right now.
Shangri-La Frontier is amazing too. Have you been keeping up with that?
Just started the first episode.
It's amazing. The last
watched
2
it
episodes have
today.
been amazing.
I wanted to wait for the whole season to come out.
I mean, do you guys deal with this internal struggle I deal with? Like, do you want to of trying to start a new anime or rewatching an old anime?
All the time. All the time. Like I haven't started, like you said, Mashal. Like I haven't watched it just for the fact that like I have so much on my plate like that I want to watch as far as new animes. It's in the back burner. But then I go back to old animes that I watch all the time, and even though I don't have the time to watch those, I'll fit them in somewhere.
I think the hardest thing, the intimidating thing about people don't get an anime, like once you start, you got to commit. Like these
Yeah.
are like 9+ seasons going on. Like it's hard to commit. I mean, with the newer season, a little bit easier because like there's 1 or 2 out there right now that you can keep up with.
Yeah.
That's his thing. He doesn't like to commit because he's all about his movies. He goes to the movies, 5 times a week?
3 or 4, something like that.
Sometimes 5.
It depends if Sidney Sweeney's in there. Yeah.
So I told him a short one that I thought he would like, Cyberpunk.
Oh
Like,
my
man,
gosh.
12 episodes.
Talking about intros right there. That's an amazing show right there too.
I listened to it. She likes it too. I'd love to get the lyrics tattooed on me or something like that. He said he didn't like it.
I don't know.
That's so emotional for a short episode. So
How
for a
do you
short
think
anime,
he's so
like,
hooked
it's
to
yeah.
everybody and attached.
I don't know. Because it starts off immediately in action, which is cool. But like I got to me, like I got to use the animation before I got to see all that cool stuff. You know.
And of course, the representation. There's no fucking Latino fucking
No, there's not.
anime characters. So seeing David in there, that was awesome to me.
Fucking like
I couldn't tell you one more. Chad from Bleach, I guess. That's the only one I know. But his name's Chad. It doesn't count.
all right, best villains in a movie in an anime.
Best villains.
I got the.
I think this was the
Right
hardest
now.
question that you gave me because like what are we defining? So like I think Light is absolutely a villain, right? But I love Light. He is my favorite, one of my favorite characters.
It's weird. I never really thought of him. As a
Doesn't
villain.
deserve to go down the way he does, right? So the whole point of it is like, oh, he's killing people. Just having a conversation about this earlier today too. He's killing people, but unjust in an unjust way, you know.
Yeah.
So I do consider a villain and probably one of the only villains that I've ever wanted to win. I feel a lot of people agree with that.
I 100% agree with that because it's told from his point of view, which I like.
So I love Light and L. So L, I feel like, is the hero in the beginning one, and then Light is bad.
Yeah.
And then we get to Nero and versus Light. So who's going to be the villain then? Technically, it's got to be Light because Nero is the hero saving the world again.
I think he started becoming the villain when he started killing the people that were catching on to him.
Yeah.
That's when he became the villain.
But I feel like his story went a lot way, like, realistic way. Like,
No, absolutely.
like you fucking with me, I'm writing your name in this book, too.
It is realistic as hell.
But I also feel that if he not came forward and told some people, but like he eased it out into the world versus just started killing a whole bunch of people. Like, hey, like if this is the society that we live in, that there's a person out there that is going to kill bad people, I think more people would agree with it.
It's my favorite kind of character. Light, Aaron, the Red Hood from Batman. I love the Red Hood. Deadpool's going to get shit done.
What are you talking about? It's a villain. I mean, an anime villain.
Anti-villain. Like they're going to, they think they are right.
You can throw the Punisher in there then.
But they're going to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Well, definitely it goes the whole villain versus hero thing where a hero will sacrifice his loved ones for the world, where the villain will sacrifice the world for his family.
To me, there's like two ways I can approach your question, Rob. I think the person that I would root for is Luffy. Like you don't like from the outside, not really knowing like the One Piece world.
Yeah, they're that guy.
Luffy's a good guy, right?
That's what I
That's
thought
what
he
you
was.
think?
Yeah, I don't know enough of them. I know that's the only thing I know. Like he's a pirate, but
He's a pirate opposing the world government. So to the outside, Luffy's a villain. Like, he's the bad guy. He's got a bounty on his head of I think 400 billion now at this point. He's got like a bounty on his head. He's like literally killing government officials and shit. And he's the villain. So I would back up Luffy. But my favorite villain is Mahito right now. He's Jujutsu Kaisen Mahito. He's so evil.
The epitome of I'm doing this because I'm evil and not because I have like a...
And he just made stuff happen left and right. He just left chaos. He said, "Oh, this is your best friend." Okay.
Splat.
Boom. And his powers were cool. His voice actors from sub and dub were just
amazing.
Peak. I loved Mahito. I love to hate him.
I like Pain a lot. And I would, if I were to pick anyone else from Naruto, it would be what's that one that cursed Sasuke?
Orochimaru.
The only reason I wouldn't pick him is because they nerfed him so bad on Boruto.
Yeah, that's true.
But Pain was like you saw his side. Like that's what's a good villain is like you see their point of view and why they do shit. Another one who I would have really liked to like was Hunter x Hunter, the very last bug guy.
Yep.
But you didn't see his full potential. He was playing chess the whole time till the very end.
Mero.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is one of those ones that we haven't seen the peak of power scaling there.
Oh no.
No, so like Luffy's pretty much manga wise at his peak unless they're gonna do like a gear whatever 6, 7, but they pretty much hit the like peak of their power level.
You mentioned best anti-villains. Sasuke's brother, obviously, Itachi.
Itachi,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm surprised you didn't say that one right away. That's like your favorite character from there.
He is awesome. He's just. I can't wait to reach that part because they haven't really explained it too much yet.
Because the whole time he finished Naruto before he was watching with me the whole time, so he's like watching my reaction. I think I called Madara coming back. Like I think that's because they just show the coffin coming down, someone stepping out of it. Like I think that might be Madara. I was like, how? Like it's like I don't know. I just put it together, and sure enough, it came true.
Yeah, for me, Itachi is not even like in that category. Like he's so cool. I was shocked when I first watched it, but he's just such a gray area for me. So I don't put him in any category really.
He's badass though. He's one of the most powerful anime characters out there. I think.
I was trying so hard to get him into my team. I'm like,
I don't know where to put him.
what am I going to do? Crow you?
Now obviously, just from me talking, you can tell like I suck at names, not just anime names, everyone's name. What are some of the hardest anime names that have the hardest names in them
Oh,
to remember?
so top 10. One of my favorite animes is Erased. don't know a single person's name in there. I just don't. I've watched it maybe 4 or 5 times. Don't remember anyone's name.
It's so hard.
I remember the story. I remember everything that happens. I can.
Do you think people who live in Japan have an easier time remember these names? Like, I wonder, like, are there more common names back out there?
Yeah, that's definitely got to do something with it.
is.
You know, I can tell you 10 Georges right now and describe them, but you know, it's hard for other names.
One of them is like in Jujutsu Kaisen Megami. That just sounds like a regular name to us, but in their culture, I guess Megami is like a girl name. That's like one of the aspects of his character we don't really
How about
know
like
about.
freaking enemies that make guys dress up like girls, like look like girls, and it's not even like like a Naruto? Like,
I don't mind it.
This is odd. Like,
It is odd,
I
but
keep saying like he and he. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? That's kind of sound like counter culture right there, but just describing it. But
One anime is ReZero for me. I forget a lot of their names.
yeah,
And I had another one in my mind. You can keep on going. I'm going to think about it.
it's okay. And I mentioned that.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I got it.
Go on.
Fate. The Fate series. Of course,
Oh,
you know, like
Saber.
like, you know that.
it's the only one I know.
But everybody else, they are extremely Japanese.
It also helps that theirs are like Saber, Archer. You know, they're like random
They're
stuff like that.
classes. They're classes. So in the Fate series, which is confusing on its own, they have classes. They summon ancient warriors from a different time, and there's a class. There's a class that you summon. So there's a Saber class. There's the Archer class. The Berserker class, and the rest of the people that like summon them, you got to remember their names. They're like Hitsugaya, Kuritsuka,
Yeah.
Shimajaki. Like just
The bad thing about that is like, you know, like if you wait until the next season, I'm gonna fucking forget everyone's name that time gone. So what are some of the best character designs that you guys stand out to you?
Designs.
Like
I love.
costume designs.
Tokyo Revengers.
Really?
Their black jackets, amazing. Their style, they're
You got one, don't you?
absolute. What?
You got one, don't you?
It's on order actually right now. I ordered it off of Amazon, and man, Amazon's not what it used to be, but it's on like a month back order. So, oh my god, the jacket! That's another outfit I might be wearing to Anime Midwest because that jacket's so smooth, man, so smooth.
I got him a Sasuke the Uchiha emblem bomber jacket.
It's fucking cool, but you ordered it from China, so it's like 2 sizes too small.
I mean, I ordered it 2 sizes too big. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just a big guy.
One of my all-time favorites, Dragon Ball. They had so like growing up in that era, just seeing everybody.
Trunks jacket.
Turn my shirts inside out just so I can look like Vegito and Gotenks. Future Trunks, what they did to him will never be excused. Rest in peace, but you did him dirty. That was so bad. Future Trunks was the epitome of drip. A lot of people talk about Sesshomaru and Inuyasha.
I feel like One Piece is very underrated on their outfits. Not many people talk about. I mean, their Wano arc, their outfits were amazing.
I mean, look at all Nami and Robin's outfits
Yeah.
now.
Plain and simple. I mean, Zoro wears drip. Sanji wears drip. All their One Piece does, and I feel like they're not really credited much to their outfits, but they definitely wear drip.
A lot of people give Bleach a lot of credit too.
Yeah.
You haven't talked about one of your other favorite animes you had, like that Fairy Tale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's actually coming back.
Power of friendship.
I think it's coming back in what, May?
Yeah.
Fairy Tale.
Or like costume. Have you guys ever like just YouTube like potential costume designs? Like I've seen what Itachi was supposed to look like. He was supposed to have like a book bag and everything. He was like, they definitely nerded him up, and then he looks a lot cooler now. But all it is like a cloak, really.
Yeah. I think the one that we see a lot is Naruto characters, how they were gonna be. Yeah, they all look super, super weird, and obviously the design.
I think they
that
just
have
took
now.
those costume designs and put them on Boruto's. Like
I feel like they did too, because Gaara's kid, Shiki, I think his name is. I can't remember.
I'm so mad. Gar was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, and they gave him that.
Comb over.
Yeah, the comb over.
Yeah. So I think Naruto, like his hair looks stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, sorry, I just remembered. I really like the character design of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
I thought like even the school uniforms look cool.
Yeah.
Everybody loves
Yuji's outfit's really nice.
I
It's
almost
clean.
bought a hoodie. I was real close. If I had the extra money, I would have. They're clean. I love the eyes are so beautiful. Maki, as soon as I saw her, I thought she was a badass. I'm planning on getting an anime tattoo, which I had it scheduled.
Oh,
but I
man.
had to cancel it, unfortunately.
Yeah. I forgot about that tattoo. Like,
Yeah, Chris Misi. You ever heard of him?
I think so.
New Jersey.
He's a New Jersey artist who I found out when I was traveling for work. I went to this bar to watch the Canelo Triple G boxing match.
Yeah.
And I was there by myself. I was wearing a Sasuke shirt. Group of people just walked up to me like, "Hey, I like your shirt, blah, blah, blah." And they showed me, they just started stripping. They started stripping me and showing me their tattoos. I'm like, whoa, that's badass.
Yeah.
Like, who did it? I took their Instagrams and I found this guy, and he's my favorite artist. His name is Chris Macy. He's awesome. I was booked to get an appointment with them, but
because you had to like book like months in advance, probably closer to a
it's
year.
like 6 months to a year, and he's just amazing.
And we were gonna make a trip out there and everything.
Yeah,
but
he was gonna go with me.
It's still in the possible future.
I mean, talking about tattoos real quick, if you guys ever want to get one, there's a guy in Michigan City. I'm not too sure what the place is called. Ken Possible.
Yeah, we both follow him. We don't know.
Oh, I love his work.
I dropped off one of our friends, David. He got tattooed by him, and I went there. I saw all his work and saw him in action. I'm his harshest critic.
So we always like
harshest critic. I watch all of his videos, all his stories. I look at all his posts, and I'm like, he could do this better. He could do that better.
Yeah.
I DM'd him once, like, dude, like your stuff improves shit
Yeah,
ton.
his growth has been. You can see it because I've been following him for years now. He is good.
I think we always join his giveaways he's doing.
Same.
I went to Manny at Lucky Cat,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave me this one.
Nice. That's where I got this one at Lucky Cat.
So the next question is going to be inspired by Tony's TikTok that I just seen today, and I told him right before you came in. If you could bring back one anime character from the dead, it's a good question. It's a hard question, but I've been thinking about it for like the last hour. But I think mine will be Asuma.
That's a good one.
Never got to see his daughter.
Exactly.
There's one.
So in the
fresh in my
TikTok,
mind.
I put Light, because I feel like that's the character I wanted to win at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like making an impact in a story, Asuma's a really good one. He is a good one. Itachi's a good one, but I feel like a lot of the characters that die have a meaning for the main character.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Naruto's teacher. What the fuck is his name? Jiraiya. I was for sure thinking the whole series he was going to come back.
Yeah.
They kept his ass dead. That was hard. That was rough for me to get over.
And then they bring him back in Boruto for like an episode or two.
Yeah, you don't even see his special powers or nothing. Like, he was lame as fuck.
Have you rewatched that as you've been a dad now?
But Naruto?
Jiraiya's death.
Yeah.
It
It's
hits
sad.
different.
Yeah.
It hits different once
It
you
really
become
does.
a dad.
I mean, just if you're watching any anime, it's going to hit you different. Especially Naruto. Like, there's so many. The creators are so fucking genius. Like, there's Easter eggs from the original Naruto when he was like 13 that plays back into like the last 3 episodes of Shippuden. That is incredible to me. Like, same thing with like Luffy, like on that anime. They're still going with that. It's incredible that they could do that. I think it's just mind blowing.
He's at the point where he can just say it's foreshadowing because he'll just go look at his random work and just like, okay, yeah, that was foreshadowing. Everybody's gonna call him the GOAT.
But someone who I would bring back now that I think about it. So I don't know if you've ever seen. I know you haven't seen this one because this one's like super like not underground, but it's just not well known. It's called Clannad and Clannad After Story. As a dad, go watch it. Oh, your heart's gonna break. Almost every single episode. Like, I'm not gonna say who I want to bring back now because I want you to watch it.
Yeah.
But go watch it. It's super sad and it's just a great show to watch. It's super long too, though.
Tony, do you have any kids right now?
Yeah, so I actually have a baby boy on the way in May.
What's his name? Is it something anime related?
No, not
Did
the
you try it? Did you
He
try it?
promised me we can do Jiraiya, but it was a girl.
So I'm actually gonna make a TikTok saying that like name our kid something like this,
Yeah.
nothing anime, because man, that's
He tried.
there is some good anime names out there. I feel like that can be good names here, but I feel like as a Mexican,
Well,
it's gonna be weird.
The Mexican friends you guys have, don't they have an anime kid?
No.
Oh, I thought they. I know they're an anime, but I thought they did.
He told me, so one of my friends and I, Megan was pregnant at the same time that they found out. We were slightly ahead of them, and we both did not know the gender yet. And I'm like, yeah, if it's a boy, she said we can name him Jiraiya. And he's like, shut the fuck up. That's what we said too.
Yeah, in another life, in another
And then it
life.
was a girl.
That's cool. I mean, did you try to name him after the girl from Jujutsu Kaisen too?
Maki? No. We thought about Noelle.
That's a good name.
from Black Clover. That's probably my top 3.
That I feel like that's a good name in general to like do because you can work it into the English.
So
It's biblical too.
we did. So my youngest is my Milena Noel. So
Nice.
That's her middle name now.
Yeah.
So I was, yes.
Even just the first name sounds anime almost.
And that was cool. I want to go back to the topic.
Yeah.
The person I'd bring back is Maze Hughes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Maze Hughes.
As a dad that
Full
hits.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bolo hat guy,
One
right?
again.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
I haven't watched in a while.
Is it the bolo hat guy?
No, the one that took him in.
Yeah. Okay.
The one who's showing off his daughter all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one I'd bring
That was
back.
a good anime. That was an anime my cousin used to watch when I was little. He was just like you guys. Like he was an anime before it was popular.
Yep.
And that was like one of my first introductions. Like I never really caught on to or kept up to it, but then Joey introduced me to it.
I feel like that's a story on its own for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was super into anime growing up. I sucked at sports. I was just the fat little Mexican kid. And my parents had me in like soccer and baseball, but it is what it is. I just did it to do it. And I just played the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games. I watched Dragon Ball Z every weekend, Digimon, WGN every Sunday morning. I was pissed when football came on. And that was my childhood. And then I got so into sports once I became like of age that was my life. And I kind of just forgot about it. It's not like that I was embarrassed or anything. I just didn't have time. I was in baseball, football, soccer, track, wrestling, just no time. And then once I graduated high school, there was this void. I'm like, man, I got no time. Like, what am I going to do? Picked up Digimon. I watched Digimon again for the first time since I was a kid. I'm like, man, this is cool. Watched Naruto from there. Then it just snowballed. And then I started getting tattoos of the stuff.
That's harder. Like you're finding that stuff on your own. That was a lot easier for me for having you showing me like, okay, like he showed me a lot of like the fillers to skip and stuff like that.
Yeah, I showed him the list, the skip of the fillers.
Yeah, I feel like you said it is hard when you're trying to find it on your own because man, like I probably corrupted my brother's laptop because Crunchyroll wasn't. I was a kid in high school. I didn't have a debit card going. I was looking up like anime.zo, anime.this, anime.that, watching anime and it's
Oh yeah, that was one thing. It was like almost impossible to find back in the day. Like Crunchyroll
unless you
was a big
paid for
help.
it. And
Yeah.
even now, I'm almost still damn. I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. Couple more questions before we get out of here. Like, one big question I have for you guys: if you could live in one anime show, which anime would it be?
It would have to be a show where I'm not like
Constantly in danger.
constantly in danger. So My Hero, I feel like, is a good one because there are regular
Yeah.
people out there doing regular jobs, and I can still be like a B class hero or something like that, or someone's sidekick. I wouldn't want to be in Jujutsu Kaisen at all because even the best sorcerers get whacked. I'm gonna have to pick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick My Hero because Dragon Ball
My
Z.
Hero's cool, but I think I would. That'd be interesting to try Sword Art Online, just in the video game.
That actually is a good one,
Yeah, you're in constant danger in the real life, like starving and shit. But
and it doesn't hurt that they actually have real VR versus our VR is just
Yeah.
sitting in a room and have a headset on.
Man, I feel like I'd want to do something magic related. I feel like I've seen this a question before. Pokemon's an easy choice. Like you just get to fuck around with your best friend, pet. Just go everywhere battling everybody. Mine's stronger than yours. But I feel like magic would be cool. So it's something like Black Clover or Fairy Tale. You get to have your own guild. You get your best friends, camaraderie. You probably have super cool powers, whether it's strong or not. You still got powers at school. And Asta's the only one in the entire.
No,
verse
my luck, I'll
without
probably be like Asta, just not getting any powers. That'll be my luck.
I'd want to be somewhere I'd have a camaraderie, like a team that I could just have fun with every single day and just go on adventures.
Yeah.
Naruto's there's too much damn running.
Yeah, I don't want to be someone's pawn. I don't want to be
You're a child mercenary.
cannon fodder. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one thing I couldn't get over watching Naruto. Like these kids are fucking 13-year-old beating the shit out of each other. I was like, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
Finding 30-year-olds and gods. As a 16-year-old.
Another anime I would live in is probably High School DxD.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
that's the other one that's kind of like the Prison High School or something like that.
That was
Prison.
hilarious. I watched it after the reviews, and that was funny as hell.
Tony, you into video games?
Yes. So I love video games, man.
Have you played the Jump Force game with all the animes?
Yes.
How'd you feel about that?
Man, it's good, but again, mixing over and crossing over animes is really hard to do.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's done it right yet. I don't think Jump Force is the best thing too, because I think they have like Light Yagami and all these other people in there, and it to me it doesn't fit the world.
No, especially because you have people doing their biggest power, and like it takes off a little bit of life, you know.
Man, that actually ruined Bleach for me. I'm like, why the hell does he have 2 swords and a horn?
Well, it got me some more excited for like Luffy's anime. Because that guy with the green hair and the swords, he was pretty badass in the game.
Yeah, Zoro.
The actual story plotline for that game was kind of like boring and kind of stupid, but it was pretty dope. Like playing with me and him, like we stayed up like to 2 a.m. playing it
We
together.
went to the release day. We got it. We were playing with each other because we used to play Ninja Storm a lot together.
Yeah.
That was our go-to. We just go over before I was married.
Anime games are a hard sell, though. I think in general, Naruto games have done it pretty well.
It's the only one.
Yeah, to be honest,
Dragon Ball has a couple games out there.
the
though.
Demon Slayer games, I bought it, returned it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a game.
I didn't like. Yeah, they have it on Steam. I played it out.
Returned it.
Yeah, Steam allows you to do it up to 2 hours, so I returned it after 2
After
hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, so I played it. Wasn't that fun? I mean, it's kind of predictable. A lot of those fighting games are kind of like that.
Is it just like exactly like the anime? Like
yeah,
the storyline.
kind of. It's. I mean, you're just fighting against people. It's kind of basic. It's kind of like Ninja Storm, but it's not as good.
That's what I told him. Dragon Ball, it was iconic. The games were iconic growing up. Budokais, it was just so cool. I used to have a Game Boy game on there. I used to love them. But I probably haven't bought one in the last 15 years because I'm like, I bought Xenoverse. I bought Xenoverse 2. That was pretty cool. But other than that, like I didn't buy Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It's like I don't want to relive the story. Like I've already played that. But I told him for this next Sparkling Zero, I want to buy that. It's just the nostalgia. It's the same style, I guess. They got all the characters. I'm like, all right, I can do that. So I'm real excited to play that and whoop his ass like I did in Ninja Storm.
We had a game. We went to Nashville. He brought on his PlayStation. I was like, I think it was Ninja Storm.
Yep.
It's like, all right, if you lose, you got to chug a whole beer. I got fucked up. I got fucked up that whole night.
I got the videos. I
Yeah.
still got the videos. I used to mess him up. You played Ninja Storm before? Mm-hmm. So I used to mess him up, and I used to troll him.
Well, you know why? Because he would always, I'm going to be Neji. Of course, Neji's the fucking best player in the game.
I'll do the Uchiha special. I'd pick Itachi, Shisui, and Sasuke, and so I can get the Susanos, and then I'd be Neji with just hit him with the combos. Hit him with the combos with Neji.
If you guys could cross over an anime, like see 2 crossovers, which would you like to see? It doesn't matter about the animation style.
Yeah, so I love this question too because Fire Force manga just finished. Well, not just finished, but Fire Force and Soul Eater.
That. I love that show.
Fire Force and Soul Eater
That's
go
the
into
thing,
each other.
right?
Yep.
I love that. Because Soul Eaters, besides the ending, is an amazing show in itself, and them mixing it into each other
Yeah.
is perfect.
I feel like that's like on a random choice, but it's the same creator though, right?
I believe so, yes.
Because I thought like that's just a random choice, and then DB told me it was like the same creator. I was like, that makes more sense, I guess.
It's the same thing for Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Is it really?
Same creator. Same creator. So they predict that they are gonna mix Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter. I forgot what ties them in together. I remember now. It's the world. You touched on it a little bit, how the potential's untapped. Meruem was like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like B, C class ranked out of everybody. And when you go to the Dark World, which Gon's dad, Jing mentions, it's like a whole new monster. So they say the Dark World ties into Yu Yu Hakusho's spirit world. And that's where it's all.
I'm actually rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho right now.
So good.
It's so good.
She loves
Another great intro.
She loves the song too. She'll be humming it to herself. And then another one that's a pretty cool fact is that the same creator, Yu Yu Hakusho Hunter x Hunter, is married to the creator of Sailor Moon and Full Metal.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
They're married, yeah.
Full Metal is such a good
power
show.
couple.
Thinking about it, like it's a little bit of magic, action, fighting.
It's a great story too.
Yeah, I really like Black Clover. I'm waiting for that one to come back. What you just made a video like what animes are coming out this year?
Oh man, we
Coming out
got a couple. So we got
Got a lot coming back.
yeah, we got a lot coming back. We have season 3 of Reincarnated as a Slime. We have season 3 of Jobless Reincarnate. We have Windbreakers, which is a new one. Go Loser Rangers, which I'm super excited about. Have you heard about that?
I did hear about that.
Yeah, so it's like the Power Rangers meets the boys meets like everything. It's I feel like it's gonna be one of my top ones. And then of course, since I like drinking, I'm gonna watch Bartender Classless God, which is really good.
I never heard about that one.
Yeah, I don't think they have an official intro. I think we just have visuals, which look
Is
good.
Seven Deadly Sins over with?
No, they're actually like continuing with their kids now.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
which I heard.
The four Nights of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, the Four Nights of the Apocalypse.
For being a Netflix original, I thought that was a pretty good show.
It is.
I couldn't finish the last
really?
last season.
I had to finish it.
I couldn't.
I
When he looked like
when I dedicated myself to watching it, I was like, man, I had to finish it. I know the animation sucks, but let me just. I haven't watched the new one though. I have watched the original.
some more that are coming back. Bleach is going to come back
Yep.
this season, I think.
In May, I think.
My Hero's coming back this season.
Yep.
Fairy Tale's coming back after however many years.
It's been like probably 7. What's the last? I remember you watching it.
Another brand new anime that's coming out is Kaiju number 8.
That's going to be hyped.
That's
I think that's going to be the next
highly anticipated.
good one.
Am I missing anything? My
So
Hero,
I don't know if they're going to
Bleach.
come out with it this year, but Hell's Paradise, and we need a new Chainsaw Man.
Oh man, I was telling him about it. He probably doesn't even remember.
The Chainsaw one?
No. Hell's Paradise. I'm watching that in the gym. I watch anime to get hyped up at the gym, and I'm seeing these freaking naked people making out during Hell's Paradise. I'm like,
Tell me about that.
stop. Same thing with Fire Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the chick trips every 2 seconds.
Yup. And I'm like, God damn it. Fucking
These are the shows I have to watch by myself.
I mean, it's
6-year-old
insane,
Bertha
like,
next to me.
It's the curse of everyone who watches anime, especially as a kid. You know, like it's always a part where your parents walk in and that scene. You know, we've all been through there.
So I stopped watching Hell's Paradise after that. I'm like, it wasn't just like fan service. They were basically naked, just like tips covering each other and making out. And I think they ended up being siblings or something like that.
Yeah, they're like they're the same person.
Yeah.
Basically, they
So I'm
they
like,
got
all
separated
right.
into 8, and
It
there's
just made me too self-conscious. I'm like, I can't watch this in the gym right now.
Yeah, I like watching anime in the gym. It's pretty cool. Black Clover was the biggest one I watched in the gym. Yeah, I'm excited for My Hero. And then when I know he's been talking to me about just finishing Attack on Titan, which I got to do. It's on my list. This is a movie podcast. You know, we're coming toward an end, and Tony, like, I got to bring a movie at some point at this point.
Okay,
so I mean, I'm big into movies coming out this year. Do you have a movie that you have in mind? Does it have to be animated or anime, or it can be any kind of movie you're looking forward to come out this year?
this year.
Yeah,
I'm really excited. I mean, I think this is everyone for Deadpool.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah,
That's really a hyped one. I thought the new Batman 2 was going to come out this year, and
they
pushed it back.
postponed it till
Yeah.
like
I know a
I
lot
don't
of
even think till 2020. I think 2026 now.
yeah,
I
it's
think.
unfortunate. I know a lot of people were mixed feelings about it. I loved it.
I loved. He was on the podcast for that episode.
Robert Pattinson did an amazing job, and
Yeah.
I think people keep remembering, oh, like he's from Twilight. He's from Twilight. So what, man? He did an amazing job. If you guys ever seen Remember Me with him, and they talk about the Twin Towers, that's an amazing movie right there too.
I just watched a movie starring Bella from that movie where she plays like a lesbian who falls in love with a bodybuilder. That was a pretty intense movie.
We did the entire episode on the Batman.
That's a great.
I mean,
I just rewatched it not too long ago too.
It's a little long, but I didn't mind it. I enjoyed
we
it a lot.
didn't have enough time to talk about it. Like, there's just
No, it's pretty
stuff.
cool. Well, we're big nerds, and we had our friend David, who's not a nerd at all, so we get his perspective. That was a good episode. Yeah, the Batman is. I'm excited to come out. I think they just dropped the trailer on to go for the Penguin for that show. That one looks interesting.
It's a show.
Yeah,
I thought it was a movie.
no, it's gonna be a Max show.
He was pretty cool. He
Colin
completely
Farrell?
transformed himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good actor. That guy. Joey, what about you? Any movies you got looking forward to come out this year?
Of course, that one. Is it true? Frozen 3?
Frozen 3 is coming out. I don't know if it's this year. I know Moana 2 is coming out this year.
I love Moana.
My niece is obsessed with Moana, so she's looking forward to that. But that one has been announced. I can't confirm if it's coming out this year or not.
Yeah. I'm a girl dad.
Yeah, while we're talking about Frozen 3, man, I really hope that Hans comes back and the Duke of Weaselton comes back, and those are the villains, and they have to use the spiritual world and like the elements versus him. Oh my god, that'd
That's
be
how
amazing.
you know you watch too much anime. Dude. You just come up with plot lines like that. Yeah.
Revenge.
Tony, again, plug your TikTok one more time.
My TikTok is Mustache Gaming. My YouTube is same thing, Mustache Gaming _26. Definitely check those out. I'm currently playing the South Park game, so those videos are out today and yesterday. So
Are you on Instagram too?
I am not. So I'm not on Instagram. I only have my personal one up there.
I'll tag you on the TikTok clips of this.
Okay.
Because I usually tag people in the Instagram post.
Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, and Joey, you can play.
Oh, I mean, usually I'm just streaming on Madden. I'm a Ghost _Dulce.
There you go. You the kids still play Fortnite and all that, right?
Yeah, we play Fortnite all the time. Me, Mag, Riley.
That's awesome. I like how like all three of you guys played.
Yeah, I
that's
didn't
awesome.
even play Fortnite until Riley wanted me to. Riley introduced me to it. I was always trying to delay it because I didn't want to fall into the sheep line. And Riley said she wanted to, so we cooked
And then
it
that
up.
one, they even have anime characters in there too.
You got to play Overcooked.
Overcooked?
You never played Overcooked?
No.
Overcooked 1 and 2. You're in a kitchen with another person and you're trying to cook, and pots can start on fire, and like it's just super chaotic. Me and my wife played it while we waited at the doctor's one time. Man, it's super
Sounds
chaotic.
like our regular life.
Yeah, definitely try it out. Definitely look it up. It's amazing.
Just going way off topic, like just I got like you have a fucking awesome mustache, dude.
Thank you. So the story
a
behind the
deluxe mustache.
the story behind the mustache is, I think in 2017, 2018,
Yeah.
I wanted to dress up as like the Monopoly guy. My wife was gonna be one of the pieces, and we were gonna do that for Halloween. And the year came, Halloween came. We didn't dress up as that. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna stick to it. And then now I kind of have to stick to it because my whole thing is mustache gaming.
It looks good.
So
Not
even
everyone can pull off a mustache.
so even though I want to shave sometimes, I have to keep it.
Can't do it.
He was a mustache guy for a minute for his job.
I had to. I worked at Panda, and I couldn't grow facial hair.
Yeah.
Mustache.
I can't grow mustache. I can only grow in the tips here. Like it's a reverse Hitler mustache. Yeah, I feel like if I finished puberty, I would look like him. That's the kind of guy he
If
is.
you ever finish.
Yeah. Well, Tony, thanks for coming out for the first time on the podcast. I'm definitely going to keep you in mind for like future nerd shit coming
Yeah,
out too. 'Cause
absolutely.
I had a great time having you here. You're pretty local. Your TikToks are hilarious. I like following them. It's just you make it not just for the nerds, but you simplify it too, so people who aren't in anime can laugh at it too. And you know your wife, the ones with you and your wife are pretty funny too. I keep telling him and his wife need to do stuff like that too. And I just like how you're comfortable. Like I'm jealous. I'm still working on that, making myself comfortable on camera. The biggest thing, like I would like to try skits. I did one skit. I don't know if you remember the Scream one, and I just
Oh man, missed opportunity with our slap bets. Those were good.
Yeah.
That was good content.
he wasn't supposed to slap me. It was somebody else. But yeah, we used to have our own podcast. So we just do more stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
But I like having you on the podcast. I'm gonna have you on again this year, Joey. I know this is not the last time you're on. We talked about maybe Deadpool or something like that. Some other superhero stuff coming on. There's not a whole lot of superhero stuff coming out this year.
Nah, it's like the most quiet year.
And speaking of anime, you know, this is a different kind of animation. Have you been watching the new X-Men that's been back? It came out this week.
Not.
I have not either.
Is it just a reboot or is
Nope,
it different?
it's continuation.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a
I
big
didn't know
thing.
that.
I watched the original one growing up, but I never like watched it like continuously, like how you're supposed to watch it. So I've been doing that. But you know, check that out if you're not listening. I mean, not watching anime. Very last thing, and then we'll leave. What anime are you recommending to everybody to watch going home tonight?
Oof, going home tonight?
Starting tonight.
Fuck Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen, gotta be.
If you haven't watched it, watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
It's a good one.
It's a good one to start in.
I want to say Black Clover, but that's so hard to get into right away
So
with his
long.
voice.
So long right now. People don't got time.
Yeah, it's Demon Slayer then. No. What's the other one I said? Light.
Hero?
Light and
Death Note.
Death Note. That's an easy watch. Very easy watch. Definitely started in that. Thank you everyone for listening. Stay tuned next week. I'm not too sure when this is going to be released, so I don't know what's coming out next. It's going to be in April. I think actually the News and Dale movie is going to be next week after this episode. Challengers. So thank you for listening. Subscribe to the Instagram and stay tuned next week where I'll be saving your seat.
Rest in peace.
Peace.
Oh, yeah.